Hello again, everybody. It's Scott Casper, and time to take a look at the news from USA Wrestling, the national governing body of our sport. On behalf of all of us here at USA Wrestling, we'd like to take a moment to wish you the happiest of holidays. It's truly the time of year to appreciate the blessings in our life and look forward to the challenges and opportunities ahead. As is tradition at the end of every year, today's program will be our annual year in review, a time to revisit some of the major stories and achievements of the American wrestling community. Let's start at the World Wrestling Championships that took place September in Tashkent, Uzbekistan. Leading the way for our women's freestyle team was Adeline Gray at 165 pounds. Already a past world champ and three-time world medalist, Gray was impressive as ever. She opened against Chinese star Zhao Qian and fell way behind early in the match, but with an impressive late rally, she scored in the closing seconds for an 11-10 win. From there, she went on for an incredible run, pinning Turkey's Yasmin Adar before edging out Japan's Hiro Suzuki 2-1. And then she stopped Estonia's Mayep 5-1 in the semifinals. In the gold medal round, Gray scored the only takedown to defeat Aline De Silva 2-1 to claim the second career world championship in her career.
I'm the best girl in the world today, so that is an amazing feeling, and I had the toughest draw, and I stepped up to the plate and got the job done, and that is just an amazing feeling to have, to know that I'm proud of myself, that I was able to overcome all that.
Another past world champ from the United States, Elena Peroskova, well, she had a strong performance at 138. In round one, she avenged a loss from 2012 Olympics to Latvia's Anastasia Grigorjeva with a 5-4 win. Next, Peroskova took a victory over Mongolia's Batizeg, an opponent who had previously beaten her in 3 straight. Wins over Canada's Daniel Lepage and Poland's Monika Michalek put Elena in the finals against a red-hot Yulia Tokic of Ukraine. Peroskova lost the bout 4-2, but still took home the silver for her 4th career world medal.
A lot of things that we've been working on have been working, so that's a really positive thing, but I'm going to break this final match down with the coaches and figure out, but I mean, there's progress definitely has been made, but it's just, I mean, it just didn't come out with the result that we wanted ultimately, you know.
Adding another medal for Team USA, Helen Maroulis at 121. She beat opponents from Nicaragua and Mongolia to reach the semifinals, where she lost to junior world champ Chihiyu Hamada of Japan. In the third-place round, Maroulis rolled up Katarina Krazik of Poland 10-0 to bring home the bronze, her 2nd career world medal.
I love wrestling, and I just don't want to have fear when I'm out there competing, especially on this stage. Like, you should enjoy every moment of it. So I was like almost crying before every match because I was so happy.
Add in the 5th places for Melissa Lampe at 105, Allie Reagan at 128, and the U.S. women's world team placed 3rd in the final standings, earning a place on the world podium for the 2nd straight year. We talked with the national women's coach, Terry Steiner.
We came very close to having 5 medals, and we really wrestled with heart. We wrestled with intensity. We opened up. We came and showed what we were about, and that's what we've talked about, is getting out here and performing when it's time to perform.
Well, the 2014 men's freestyle world team was a mixture of proven talent and rising young stars. When the World Championships came to an end, it was the vets who led the way for Team USA. Olympic champ and 2-time world champ Jordan Burroughs entered 2014 without a loss on the senior level at 163. His 69-bout win streak came to an end in February when American Nick Maribel beat him in a 4-4 criteria decision in Turkey. Burroughs did bounce back, however, made his 4th straight U.S. team and was ready for action in Uzbekistan. In his first-round match against unknown August Madonna of Guinea-Bissau, Burroughs hurt his leg and barely survived, winning at 4-3. Slowed by the injury, he won bouts against opponents from Korea and Uzbekistan to reach the finals against arch-rival Denis Argush of Russia. The 2-time world champ from Russia was inspired and took it to Burroughs for a 9-2 victory. But like he always does, Burroughs bounced back to pin Rustam Dudyaev of Ukraine in the bronze medal round and stood on the podium once again, this time with bronze.
I'm not going to make an excuse as to why I lost today, and so I don't want to, even
go there?
Yeah, I don't want to even go there. I don't want to say that pain was the terms of why I didn't compete well in the semifinals, and so, Sargush wrestled an extremely tactical match. He came out, he brought the fight to me, he was hungrier, he was well prepared, and that's what it's all about. He's a stud, man. He's a stud. I think he was forgotten in the last couple of years just because of the run I've been on.
2012 Olympian and 2009 world bronze medalist heavyweight Trevor Delagnev was among the leaders of this year's American team. He placed 5th at the world level the last 3 years and was motivated to take home a medal this time around. Delagnev came out on fire with big wins over Romanov of Moldova and Gogolev of Slovakia. In the quarterfinals, he faced the #1 ranked big man in the world, Taha Agul of Turkey, and came up short by a 4-2 margin. Trevor was drawn back into the repechage and beat Zebazov of Azerbaijan 3-1. The win put Delagnev in the bronze medal round, where he took a 2-1 decision over 2011 world champ Alexei Shermanov of Belarus. It was his second career world bronze.
He doesn't have a lot of go-to stuff, but I know that he's dangerous, so I knew I had to get up, get out, get my points, and then just stay in the fight. He was trying to get that under, you know, he's a hand fighter, and he tries to stand you up. I'm a hand fighter, I try to pull you down, so it's kind of clashing styles. First one to get to their position, so, you know, praise the Lord, we were able to get to mine.
All right, stay tuned. We'll be back. There's tons more to talk about during this holiday special.
ASICS has been there. They've been the lifeblood of the sport. It's been a long time, and they've been at the top of the game every year, forever. And I'll tell you what, now that I think about it, maybe that's where I've gotten my inspiration, because you know, I always want to be in the top of my game in wrestling, and I think that's where ASICS is and wants to be as well.
Hi, I'm Wayne Boyd, Director of Operations and Development for Titan Mercury Wrestling Club. The club was founded to help wrestling worldwide, especially at our senior level, of course at the collegiate level and the high school level. But the most important level for Titan Mercury Wrestling Club is the kids level. And these are some of the guys today that will be tomorrow's Olympic champions. Let's hear it, guys.
Titan Mercury!
That's Titan Mercury Wrestling Club, San Marino, California.
Coming into the World Championships, U.S. Greco-Roman star Andy Basic was competing at a high level. You might say he was on fire, winning a number of international tournaments over the last 2 seasons. He put it all together in Tashkent, leading to the top performance of his career. Basic opened the tournament with a solid win over Milutin of Greece, and then faced Olympic and world champion Roman Vlasov of Russia. Trailing 5-2, Basic opened it up late in the bout, scoring 2 turns from the mat to draw within 2. With 5 seconds to go, Basic took Vlasov down for an inspiring 6-6 criteria win. A loss in the next round to Zugaj of Croatia, who then reached the finals, put Basic into the repechage. That's where he beat Finland's Suominen to advance to the bronze medal round. Now in the third place bout, Basic thrashed Japan's Hiroki Shimizu with the first period 8-0 tech fall and became the first American Greco athlete to step on the world podium since 2009.
Lately hasn't wrestled, you know, as well, and I was just thinking, this is time, you know, what better way? It's going to be me. It's going to be me to knock him off. So.
Coming into the 2013-2014 collegiate season, Cael Sanderson and his Nittany Lions had won 3 straight NCAA titles. The 2013 team was led by a pair of super talented seniors in David Taylor and Ed Ruth, and when it came to crunch time at the NCAAs in Oklahoma City, it was Taylor and Ruth who made the difference. Jay Robinson's Minnesota Gophers led the team race after the medal round finals, with Penn State hot on their heels. Wrestling the second match in the finals, Ed Ruth scored 2 early takedowns and cruised to a 7-2 win over Maryland's Jimmy Sheptock, his 3rd career NCAA title.
This day was just like, wow, I came a long way. And, you know, it just makes me think back on the rest of my career. You know, freshman year, sophomore year, junior year, up until now, and it's just like, wow, like I came a long way. You know, 5 years is a long time.
As the final bout of the NCAA season drew near, Ruth's team points stood up to the competition. Minnesota lost both of its finals matches, and Penn State's fourth straight was locked up. In the final match of the season, the Magic Man, David Taylor, took it to Oklahoma State's Tyler Caldwell. He controlled the action for a 6-0 win. Taylor ended his collegiate career as a two-time NCAA champ and a four-time finalist.
Something that many people can say they've done and be part of 4 national championship teams. It's something you look back, you're 97 years old and say, yeah, you know, that's pretty cool.
Penn State coach Cael Sanderson.
It was a great year for college wrestling, and you know, we're just very, very happy that we're able to, you know, to finish it off with a win.
Well, the other big story from the NCAAs was Ohio State junior Logan Stieber. He won his third straight NCAA title by defeating Devin Carter 10-1 in the finals at 141 pounds. Stieber now has a chance to join Pat Smith, Cael Sanderson, and Kyle Dake as the only 4-time champs in NCAA history. Talk about rarefied air.
They were close calls, but I never once, I guess, thought that I didn't win or anything like that. So I always had confidence, and I felt great out there tonight.
Well, after the college season, David Taylor swept all the big awards, securing the second Dan Hodge Trophy of his career, Big Ten Male Athlete of the Year honors, First Team Academic All-American, and ESPY Award nomination. Taylor jumped right into the freestyle season as the nation's most loaded weight class at 163. At the U.S. Open in Las Vegas, he reached the finals for the second straight year against Olympic and world champ Jordan Burroughs. Well, the finals were an instant classic. Taylor got off to a great start, locking up a cradle turn for a 2-1 lead, and then added another cradle for 2 points and a 6-3 lead with just a minute left on the clock. But Burroughs stormed back in the final 30 with 2 straight double-leg takedowns for a thrilling 7-6 win.
He got me a couple times when the roll was out of bounds, but luckily I was able to initiate my offense. I saw a little bit of weakness in him. He started getting tired putting his hands on his knees, and whenever David Taylor puts his hands on his knees, then I think it just takes mental toughness, dedication, focus, and grit. So I knew what I needed to do. All I had to do was score one more point than he did, and I got it done.
Well, the World Team Trials took place in Madison, Wisconsin, and Burroughs earned a spot in the final series. Taylor won the challenge tournament to earn another shot at the reigning world champ. In bout 1, Burroughs was very physical and scored on double-leg takedowns for a 6-2 win. In the second, Taylor held an early 3-1 lead, but Burroughs' takedown attacks earned him a 6-5 victory. The two hugged at the end of the bout, and the biggest new rivalry in American wrestling was born.
David Taylor's great. He's a 2-time Hodge winner. Kyle Dake's a 4-time national champion. So those dudes are creating a legacy of their own. They're already legendary in the NCAA collegiate ranks. But I think there's obviously another level between collegiate wrestling and world wrestling. So I'm on the way to hopefully winning my 4th world title. You know, Kyle Dake won 4 NCAA titles. So, you know, world titles, NCAA titles, it's apples and oranges when you're comparing on the world stage.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Each season, Liberty Mutual's Responsible Sports Community Grant Program awards $65,000 to youth sports organizations and school sports programs that demonstrate their commitment to responsibility in youth sports. Your organization could be one of our 20 winners this season. It's easy. Simply visit responsiblesports.com and click on the Community Grant Program. Administrators register their organization with the program, then reach out to rally parents, coaches, and team supporters to log on and review either the Responsible Sports Parenting or Responsible Coaching Guide. Then complete the quiz and showcase your mastery of the concepts. Every successfully passed quiz is worth a point that you can credit to your favorite youth sports organization or school sports program. Connect with friends, family, and neighbors to rally more support. The teams and schools with the most points at the end of the grant period win. It's that simple. Watch the leaderboard throughout the grant season, then rally more of your supporters to increase your totals. Liberty Mutual Mutual is committed to celebrating and championing youth sports and to financially supporting organizations that demonstrate their commitment to responsible sports. Join the movement and start earning points toward your community grant.
Well, there are no bigger achievements on any age level in wrestling than winning a world title. U.S. athletes had a great summer on the FIDE cadet level as 4 young Americans won cadet world championships in Znamená, Slovakia. In men's freestyle, the cadet world champions there were Spencer Lee of Pennsylvania at 110. He secured 3 tech falls and a pin without surrendering a point. Mason Manville of New Jersey at 152 had 3 tech falls and beat a Russian in the finals. And Minnesota's Mark Hall at 167 outscored his opponents 37-6 and won all 5 of his bouts. In women's freestyle, it was Hawaii's Tashia Alu who was the top American, winning 5 straight at 123, including a 9-2 win over a Russian for the gold. But Manville and Alu were not satisfied and flew directly to Fargo, North Dakota for the A6 Junior National Championships. Now, prior to the competition, USA Wrestling Weekly talked with both athletes about their world titles.
I didn't really take it as pressure. I was just, going out there to wrestle. I came with a mission. I wanted to win, and I just focused on it and did everything I needed to win. Push the pace in the correct ways so it opens people up. It gets the right places tired, open them up so I can take my attacks. And, I'm just always looking to score, always looking to just dominate.
When I got my hand raised during that final match, I just broke down in tears because it was like that was the happiest moment of my life. It was like I couldn't believe it for a second. I was like, oh my God. I was so excited. It was so fun this year. I had it was a wonderful time. That was so fun. I wish I could go back to that moment where I got my hand raised.
Well, in spite of all the travel, both Manville and Alu came up big in Fargo. Alu rolled in the junior women's finals at 130, scoring a 10-0 tech fall over age group world medalist Kayla Miracle of Indiana. She was named the outstanding wrestler in the women's junior division. Manville reached the 152-pound junior finals where he faced New Jersey teammate David McFadden and won by a 7-2 margin. Congratulations to Mason and Tashia on their amazing achievements. Well, this year 2 new professional promotions were developed showcasing top wrestling stars competing for prize money. Wrestling media company Flow Wrestling created the new Flow Premier League and set up great new challenge matches between prominent American stars. FPL 1 was held in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania in October. That's where former Lehigh star and 2-time NCAA runner-up Robert Hamlin took on Oklahoma State NCAA champ Chris Perry. Hamlin scored takedowns in round 2 and 3, defeating Perry 4-1.
Honestly, I try not to worry about anything the ref does. Sometimes I'm going to get some, sometimes I'm not going to get them, and that actually happened in this match. So you really can't focus on that. You just got to focus on the next point. It was a completely different match. I said that earlier, but wrestling without a shirt makes it a lot more difficult. I've wrestled here so many times, and every time it's so much fun. The fans are so supportive. Win or lose, even when I'm getting pushed out, they're still they're still cheering me on, egging me on, trying to get me back in the match, and it's great. One of the best places to wrestle in the country.
Since October, the Flow Pro League has held 2 more events, with Ed Ruth defeating Keith Gavin in New York at FPL 2, and Brent Metcalf emerged victorious over Franklin Gomez at FPL 3 in Illinois. Another great promotion was launched by the Titan Mercury Wrestling Club. It was called Global Wrestling Challenge, and it featured top wrestlers battling it out for prize money and championship belts in all 3 international styles. Big money was on the line. The first ever event was held in Ithaca, New York in November. 3 GWC titles were up for grabs in freestyle. At featherweight, world team member Tony Ramos won the belt by defeating Olympian Sam Hazewinkle 3 rounds to 0. In a heavyweight title bout, 2-time world medalist Travel Dolagnov took down University world champ Tyrell Fortune in 3 straight. And in the main event, 4-time NCAA champ Kyle Dake became the first welterweight champ by defeating NCAA champ Andrew Howe. Dake scored a takedown in round 1, while rounds 2 and 3 were scoreless. The Global Wrestling Championships also held a card during the Grapple at the Garden in New York City in late December, and we, of course, will have complete coverage from that event on next week's show. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
There comes a point in your life that determines who you are, whether you will lead or follow, whether you will fight or give in, whether you will win or lose, and what you will count as your victory.
Well, the University World Championships in Pécs, Hungary was a memorable tournament for Team USA, specifically our freestylers. Winning a world title for the U.S. was Tyler Caldwell at 163 and Tyrell Fortune at heavyweight. Silver medals went to B.J. Futrell at 134, James Green at 154, Chris Perry at 189, and Dustin Kilgore at 213 pounds. Matt McDonough earned a bronze at 125, and the U.S. won its first University World Team title, finishing ahead of both Turkey and Russia. Here's national coach Bill Zadick.
Anytime we can win a team title for USA, it's pretty exciting, and so we're super excited about that. This time, to my knowledge and our records as far back as we can look, that it's the first time in U.S. history that we've won the University World Team title, so we're really excited about it. It's extremely important, extremely important. You know, it's a testament, I guess, to our developmental pipeline and our RTC programs who are out there producing great athletes and working hard, investing a lot of time and effort into our U.S. program. And just the simple fact of being a finisher. When you have the opportunity, you have to seize the moment, and that's what it takes to win an individual title. That's what it takes to win an individual match. And when we had the opportunity to do that, it's significant that we did that. It proves to the rest of our country, our young kids, that we can win, we can dominate, we can be the powerhouse in the world.
The U.S. also sent a strong no-gi grappling team to Kecskemét, Hungary to compete in the world meet. Heading into the final round, 7 U.S. grapplers went for medals, and all 7 emerged victorious. The U.S. had 5 individual gold medalists, including men's champs Matt Betzold at 125, Jason Patino at 156, and James Clay at 185. On the women's side, Laura Anderson finished first at 116, and Colleen Schneider won the gold at 140. Well, as we close out today's show, let's take a look at some of the other highlights from 2014. National freestyle coach Zeke Jones left to become the new head coach at Arizona State, and USA Wrestling hired Bruce Burnett to run the freestyle program through the 2016 Olympics. Burnett previously served as national coach from '93 to 2000, leading Team USA to 2 world team titles. Longtime Greco coach Steve Frazier took a new job at USA Wrestling and fundraising, and Olympic and world silver medalist Matt Lindland was brought in to lead the Greco program. 4 young athletes captured the coveted Triple Crown in Fargo by winning folk style, Greco, and freestyle national titles in the same year. On the cadet level, the Triple Crown winners included Wisconsin's Bo Bresky at 170, Minnesota's Keegan Moore at 182. And on the junior level, lightweights Randon Miranda of California at 100 pounds and Arizona's Danny Vega at 106 also earned Triple Crowns. Now, 2 athletes were able to win NCAA titles this year as seniors and then immediately jump into the freestyle world, where they earned spots on the senior team for Team USA. After winning an NCAA title at 133, Iowa's Tony Ramos entered the World Team Trials in Madison, Wisconsin, and tore through the field like a house of fire. In the finals, he needed only 2 matches to win the series at 125 over Olympian Sam Hazewinkel. Ed Ruth of Penn State won his 3rd NCAA title as a senior at 184 and reached the final round of the World Team Trial Finals at Madison at 189. Ruth went on to defeat 2013 World Team member Keith Gavin in the 3rd and deciding bout to make the world team. And finally, Sony Pictures released the long-awaited motion picture Foxcatcher this fall, a movie about world champ wrestlers Dave and Mark Schultz. The movie features star actors Steve Carell as John DuPont, Channing Tatum as Mark Schultz, and Mark Ruffalo as Dave Schultz. Foxcatcher has been nominated for 3 Golden Globe Awards and is currently being released across the country. Well, I know you've been waiting for it, and so have we. It's time for the always exciting USA Wrestling Photo of the Week contest. The pictures are sent in by families and fans from around the country and are being considered for our contest in our USA Wrestler magazine and our wrestling page at Facebook. Today we want to show you the photo of the year, shot by international photographer Bob Mayari, showing world champion Adeline Gray and national freestyle coach Terry Steiner waving the American flag after Gray won the world gold in Tashkent, Uzbekistan. Have your photographs considered by simply emailing them to gabbett@usawrestling.org. Well, folks, that'll do it for this week's show. From all of us at USA Wrestling, those of us that produce this show in Des Moines, Iowa, I'm Scott Casper, wishing you a wonderful holiday season.